Hello everybody, welcome back to the JB Gaming channel and OSRS Chunk Locked. So I left it at level 20 on woodcutting. We are now level 24. But what I want to do in this episode really is to try and complete the drop tables. So we still got a few from men. I think there's about 7 from goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. So let's carry on the grind on that and see if we can get something new. As always, I might as well keep you with me for the first kill. Just in case we do get something new. And then solved head. So nothing new there really. So I will carry on the grind, and I'll bring you back when we do get something new. And there we go. That is level 17 in attack. Keep you with me just in case we get something new. 3 more levels on the attack, and then we can start the defense grind. No, 5 coins on that, but that's building up a little cash stack. As always, I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, on that kill, we have another clue scroll. Is it a step we can do? Tisn't. It's in the sword shop in the rock. So let's drop this over here and mark it as a red. We'll carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there it is, level 7 in prayer. Nothing of note has really happened at the minute. Still waiting for a new drop. I'll keep you here for me on this one. Anything new? Nope, just another goblin male. So, as always, I'll bring you back if anything of new does happen. And that is level 18 in attack. Are we gonna see? We should survive here early. Just. And I think that is actually a new drop from a man, which is a grimy Gawal.
Task completed.
So that's lovely there. So what I will do is do a bit of wood cutting for now, just to get my HP back up, and then I'll bring you back unless we get a level, or I go back at the killing the NPCs. And there we go. So we jumped on an imp that passed by, and we have got the blue wizard hat.
Completed.
Which I think is at a best in slot. Obtain a blue wizard hat. I think that's a best in slot for mage. So we'll stick that in the bank for now. But we need to mark it off for the imp.
Task completed.
Because, like I said, I think the blue wizard hat is a best in slot for mage. So, yeah, that's not too bad. We will try and keep on the imps, because like I said, they do teleport out of the chunk. So I might as well keep you with me for this kill, just in case we get anything new, or if he teleports out of the chunk. We will soon see. One more. Running away. Oh, generated back, and there we go. Nothing new there, but what we are going to do, because we only need 1 bead, is I am going to sell the black bead to the shop for some coins. I don't think you get many, but it's a little bit then better than nothing. So I run past, I might as well cut a couple of trees. You know, got to do that wood cutting grind. Here we go. So let's find out how much these beads are worth. Value of 1 coin. So it's better than nothing. So I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go. That is the bucket from the imp. Just to pick it up. We're not going to keep it because we already have one in the bank.
Task completed.
But we can mark it as complete. Like I said, there's some items that are just not worth picking up because they don't sell for anything. But that is another one off the drop table. Let's carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, on the next kill. That is the shears. Once again,
completed.
I don't think they're worth anything in the shop. I will have a check because the shop does sell shears. But I will check. But same again, I don't think they are. So we'll just drop them anyway. And there we go. That is the cavern berries, if I've said that correctly. Where are we? Which is going to be there.
Task completed.
So we might as well check if this talisman is worth anything in the shop. Value. Oh, it's worth a coin, so they're worth selling in there. But, as always, I'll bring you back when something new happens. And there was level 15 in hit points. And I think... Nope, there she is. I thought the... Oh, where's he gone? He has, yeah. The imp's now flown out of the chunk, so we'll have to wait for him to get back in. But we will go back over to the goblins. Oh, hold on a second. Change my mind on that. He walked straight back into the castle. So we'll carry on the grind on this for the moment. Keep you with me for this one, just in case he does drop anything new. Some bread would be good, please. Ugh, good me. Or some cooked meat. It's a yellow bead which we can sell to the shop. And that is also level 8 in prayer and level 11 in combat. So we'll carry on as always. I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. Oh, we just actually got the bronze bow. I thought we'd already had it from the imp, but that is actually another new one.
Task completed.
I thought we'd already had it from the imp, but clearly not. But we did just get the bronze bow, as you can see there. But I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And there we go. That is level 19 in attack. One more on that, and we can start the defense grind. And also, that is an egg, which is going to be there.
Completed.
But also, we can hand this to the cook to complete all our quest tasks. So if we have a word with the cook, here's your fresh egg. All he needs now is a bucket of milk.
Task completed.
So all tasks, quests are now complete in the chunk. But we will carry on the grind with the NPCs for now, especially the imps. I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And there we go. That is some earth ruins from the goblins.
Task completed.
We've now swapped over to the goblins because the imp has teleported out of the chunk at the minute. So we will carry on the grind with the goblins. I've come to arrest you. I actually think he takes me out of the chunk. So I'm going to dismiss that. Yeah, I think the guard, if we have a look, actually takes me out of my chunk, so I will be dismissing the one where they're saying they come to arrest me, because we don't want to be leaving the chunk. So, as always, I'll bring you back if anything new happens. Might as well keep you with me actually, just because this goblin is going to die. Nothing new. So, I'll bring you back if anything does happen. And there we go. On that kill is level 20 attack. We can now wield mithril weapons, which is also a skilling task that needs doing in the chunk. So we can mark that as completed.
Task completed.
So we will now move over to defense, which the bronze spear is not any good. So we are now on the defense grind to level 99. So as always, I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, on this imp kill, that is the clay.
Task completed.
So obviously the clay, the imp has returned back into the chunk, so we will carry on the grind on the imps. Bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go. That is the start of the defense grind to 99. That is level 2 defense and level 12 in combat. Keep you with me here for this goblin kill case. Oh, yeah, I think that is actually something new. So we go to the top. Goblin, coins. There we go. Goblin, 9 coins. Excuse me. So let's mark that one off.
Task completed.
Thank you very much. So we're slowly working our way through the goblins still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 more. 5 more from the goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 more items from the goblins, and then that'll be that done. And then we can focus on the men and the imps. But we'll carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if anything new drops. And there's level 9 in prayer. Still a few. What was that? Mystic Will. It was. Nothing really crazy there. Well, that's yeah, level 9 in prayer. Got to get that to 52. So we will carry on burying bones and scattering them in ashes. As always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go. That is level 3 defense. As you can see by the chat box. And we don't get anything new there, really. But, as always, we'll carry on the grind. And I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And there we go. This is the guard again that wants to arrest us. Well, we have to dismiss this because it's going to take us away from our chunk again. So, let's get rid of him. See you later. And this is the next kill, which is nothing new. But if anything new does happen, I'll bring you back, of course. And there we go. That is level 4 in defense. Might as well keep you with me for this kill just in case something new drops. An air talisman. Nah, just a rubbish hammer. But as always, I'll bring you back if anything of note does happen. And there we go, on the next kill. That is a bronze square shield. Which, let's tag that one off.
Task completed.
And, I think... No, it's not. I was going to say, I thought that might have been a best in slot. But it does have a little bit better defensive bonus, so we will get rid of the training sword and keep the bronze square shield for now. So what's that leave us? 4 more items: air talisman, brass necklace, and coin 1 and coin 20. So yeah, it leaves us with 4 more drops from the goblins, and then we can move over to the men or the imps to finish that. As always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go, on that kill, that is level 5 in defense. We can now wear steel armor. I might as well keep you with me for this kill as well, because we just got level 16 in hit points and level 13 in combat. So, like I said, I'll keep you with me for this kill, just in case anything new drops. A nice air talisman would go nicely, please. Come on then, air talisman. No, just some bronze bolts. But we'll carry on the grind, and I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And that is level 6 defense. Anything new? No, just a rubbish hammer again. So the grind is very easy at the start on the defense, but don't forget we've got to get to level 99. But that was level 6. As always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go, there's level 7 in defense. Nothing new on that drop, just some bones. But we'll carry on the grind. And as always, I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And there we go, that is level 8 in defense. Keep you with me just in case this is a new drop. Air talisman would be nice, please. Just another hammer. How many hammers have I had? 15. 15 out of 126 goblins. Crikey. But we'll carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go, that's level 9 in defense. And also level 14 in combat. Like I said, these levels at the beginning come in quite quick, but once we start getting into probably mid-20s to 30s, they'll start slowing down. But as always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. So here we go. Once we bury these bones, this is another prayer level. I think it's number 10. And it is level 10 in prayer. As always, I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, on that kill. That is level 10 in defense. We can now wear black armor and equip white armor and the Slayer helm. I'm not sure if we're going to get a combat level. No, we don't on this one. Nothing really new has happened, but we will carry on a grind. I'll bring you back if something new does happen. And there we go. That is level 11 in defense. Still grinding away. Nothing new has really dropped. We're looking for the air talisman, the brass necklace, 1 coin and 20 coins from the goblins. So what I am going to do is I am just going to quickly go to the bank just to give us a chance to heal up, as we've only got 5 HP. But as always, I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go, that is level 17 in hit points and 15 in combat. No, we don't want the hammer. And we'll bury that for now. So, I did have a few bronze spears left over from killing some goblins. And they sell for 10 GP, which is not bad. Because obviously we are going to need to do a grind, as you already know, to level 99 defense. So yeah, that's not bad if we can get a few bronze spears to make some money up. But I am swapping between goblins, giant spiders, imps, men. I will keep swapping between them all, just so that we have a change of scenery. Because with the giant spiders, we do need to drop a beginner clue scroll, which is a 1 in 128. Obviously, you know about the goblins, imps, and the men, but we also need to complete the drop table for the women, which is exactly the same as a men drop table, just that on the tracker it will come up with woman instead of man. So we do need to complete that, and I think that is it. Is there not a spider, which is a little spider which you can find in the Lumbridge basement? But yeah, we will carry on the grind. There's the imp. Can we get him before he gets back out of the chunk? Yes. Hopefully he doesn't teleport away. I might as well keep you with me because we are going to get another defense level here, which is level 12. And he's teleported out. Let's quickly not get pulled out of the chunk. We'll kill this giant spider instead. As always, I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go. On the imp table, that is the burnt bread. A 1 in 32. I don't actually think we need that for anything. Let me just quickly check the wiki. Burnt bread. Burning bread accidentally. The burn rate while cooking. The burnt bread has no use whatsoever, like most of the burnt food. It is tradable to all players, but it is not on the Grand Exchange. Literally, the burnt bread, I don't even think the shop will buy it. Oh, they do for 0. There we go. So it's not even worth any commodity really. So if we do get another one from an imp, then we will just leave it on the ground. But we have just marked that off, and we've got all the burnt food from imps now. But as always, I'll carry on the grind, and I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And that is level 13 in defense. The imps obviously teleported inside, so we'll have to go into the Great Hall. That's the only downside to imps is that they disappear. Sometimes they disappear into here. So we need to get on them as much as possible. There we go. And there you go. He's disappeared into the outer edge. So unless he comes around the top here, well, let's go and have a see if we can get there. We may have to wait for him to come back into the chunk. So that's why when we have an imp spawn, it's quite crucial that we stick on it really, because like I said, he keeps teleporting out of our chunk, which we do not need him to do. But we should get this one. There we go. And we've already got the bronze bolts, so not a problem. As always, I'll bring you back if anything of note does happen. And there we go. From the man is the 25 coin drop, which is a 1 in 128.
Task completed.
We've had to move back over to the men as the imp disappeared out of the chunk once again. As always, I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And there we go. The next kill was the Fire Ruin drop. That's that one. A 1 in 64.
Task completed.
So, knocking off a few here from the men. What we've got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 more from the men. Might as well keep you with me for this kill just in case. A easy clue scroll. Earth Talisman. Have we already got that? That is coin. Earth Talisman. No, a 1 in 64.
Task completed.
So we are starting to get a few new things. I will look on the wiki to see how many of them we actually need. Because, like the Mind Talisman, we just sell that to the shop now because we've got the quantity we need. So, products. We use it in Dust Ruin, Earth Tiara, so that's at least 1. I think, theoretically, we just need the 1. And that is actually a new drop for the man, because that is the copper ore. Which if we have a look down here, copper ore, a 1 in 64.
Completed.
So stuff like that, copper ore, we will stack in the bank for when we do need to do a grind for smithing. But yeah, I think we only need 1 Earth Talisman, so the rest will now get sold. So I might as well keep you here for this kill as well, just in case it is something new. But we are knocking off a few from the men, which is quite good. I'll take the Iron Dagger. It's a grimy Renault weed, and I think, looking at this, we've already obtained it. So, as always, I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there is level 14 in defense. No combat this time. A grimy Morental we've already got, so it will just go in the bank with the rest until we unlock Herbalore. I might as well keep you with me for this kill, because we will get a prayer level from this Burying of Bones. But yeah, if you got any questions or have any comments about the series or anything, please do leave it in the comments. Do also subscribe and like for me, as it will help to push my channel a little bit more. But there is nothing new, just 3 coins, which we are stacking up nicely. But there is the level 11 prayer that I said I was going to keep you with me for. So I'll carry on the grind, and if anything of new happens, I'll bring you back. And there we go, on that kill, that is the bronze arrow drop, a 1 in 42.67, and we've killed 65, so we are a little bit over the drop rate on that one.
Task completed.
But that is task done. And there is level 15 in defense and also level 16 in combat, just from hitting ones. So this is going to be a bit of a grind because, like I said, our max hit will never change from 1. So yeah, but it is what it is. I'll bring you back if something new happens. And there's level 16 in defense. Might as well keep you with me for this kill, just in case it's anything new. And it's not. 3 more coins. As always, I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And that is level 18 in hit points. Nothing new there from the imp, just a hammer, which, like I said, we do not need. But, as always, if anything new does happen, I'll bring you back.
The collection log.
And there we go. After doing the random event there, we have a camo top from that, which was just doing some star jumps, all that kind of malarkey, which is obviously a collection log piece. But if anything new does happen, I'll bring you back. And there we go. That is a cabbage from an imp, which is a 1 in 64.
Task completed.
How many more have we got left of that? Let's have a look. Imps, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more items from the imp, and then that is that drop table completed. The men, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 from men, and I think 4 from the goblin. So we're nearly getting there, nearly complete. But as always, if anything new does happen, I'll bring you back. And there we go, on the very next kill, that is the bread dough, which is a 1 in 64.
Task completed.
So yeah, we're knocking these off quite quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're now down to 8 from the imp. And there we go, that is level 17 on the defense now. Keep you with me for this, hopefully it's something new. Raw chicken, we've had that before, so nothing new. But it will go into the bank for when we do need to do some cooking. As always, I'll bring you back if something new does happen. And there we go, that's level 12 in prayer. More information if we want to talk to the priest in the chapel, and that is also level 17 in combat. The imp is over back in our chunk again, so let's swap over to him, and hopefully he doesn't teleport out. I'll keep you with me for this kill, might as well. What would we like? Oh, well, we don't have a choice. We've got nothing new on that. The head will go in the bank, and the talisman will get sold to the shop. But the imp is back in our spawn, so we'll jump on that until it disappears again. I'll bring you back if something new happens. And there we go. On the man kill there, that is the easy clue scroll.
Completed.
Let me just quickly double check that there isn't anything new there. Nope, just the easy clue and the bones. Well, let's pick up this one. Yeah, definitely new there, so can we do it? It's in the swamp again. So, another clue scroll that's going to get dropped, and it will despawn because we're not currently in the swamp. But, as always, we'll carry on the grind, and I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And on the next kill, that is the Grammy Hollander.
Task completed.
Which now leaves us with, how many's left on the map? Imp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more drops from the man, and that is completed. I know one of them on the man and woman is on a free-to-play world, but when we get to that, we will hop over and get that sorted. But the imp is back in again. Let's see if we can try and kill it before it spawns off again. And it has. Never mind. It's back onto the men then, and I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go. That is level 18 in defense now. Slowly getting there, but might as well keep you with me on this man just in case he drops something new. I would like Iron Dagger. No, just a Renard Weed. So, not too bad. Nope. Yep, we want to bury them. We'll carry on the grind. And as always, I'll bring you back if something new happens. So, after a few more kills with the men, nothing really new of note happened. I have started the wood cutting grind, like I said, when I'm not recording. And we are currently sat at level 47. Got enough logs in the bank for the normal logs. I'll bring you over to me notes. Normal logs, excuse me. The normal logs, I needed about 1,000 and something, just so we could get up to fire making up to level 30, fletching up to level 35. So we've got all them, but what I am going to do is I am going to collect all the items, all the logs first before we actually start doing the fletching and the fire making grind. Also, with wood cutting, we have got some bird nests which I am selling to the store because at this moment we don't need them. I think we're going to get a lot more birds nests, and we do actually need the coins to continue with the purchases from the store. So if we go to Bob's Axes, we can now, if we bring up the chat, we can now purchase a mithril battle axe. So let's do that.
Task completed.
There we go, obtained a mithril battle axe. We can also get the iron battle axe, because that was 182. So the only options we need is, or is it 182 for the jug pack? If that is the case, then we might as well do that. Then we only need the stale battle axe and the bucket packet. But if we come onto here, let's put on the mithril battle axe. Trade the shopkeeper for the jug packet. Oh yeah, nice one. So if we go down to the bottom now, we have got the iron battle axe.
Task completed.
And we have the mithril battle axe.
Task completed.
Oh, gone on to the wrong one. Then we've got the empty jug packet.
Task completed.
So yeah, like I said, we have been grinding the wool cutting. What I'll do is, if we go to the bank, I will show you the logs that we have collected so far. So I'll bring you back when we arrive at the bank. So here we are at the bank. As you can see, we will just stick all them in the bank for now. The 25 coins can go in. They can go there for now. We'll keep the ruins on us. We'll keep the... No, because we're not going to do any wood cutting at the moment. We'll put the steel axe back in the bank. But as you can see, we have 1,736 oak planks and 670 normal planks. If I take you over to my notes, the oak planks, we need 2,512 so we can complete the fletching and the log making, and that is also collecting for forestry when we need to get over, when we can get over there. And then I will, once I got 2,512, we'll move over to the willows, which we need 15,114 just to complete forestry, fletching and fire making. And then we'll move over to the yew logs, which we need 8,088. Same again, that's for forestry, fletching and fire making. Once we've got all of them, to actually get to 99 wood cutting, this is roughly what we need. 35,000 yew logs, 35,000 willow logs, 30,000 logs, and 33,642 oak logs. So the reason why I'm going to get them in them kind of quantities is, when we come to construction, we need to make planks, and then we'll need oak planks, willow logs, and all that kind of stuff to make more planks. So that'll be for the construction grind when we get there. So I think if we get 30,000 of each, a bit more on the higher logs for later on, I think that will cover all of it. But that grind will be off recording, in the respect that it is very, very tedious. So what I'm going to do in this grind for the video is to try and complete the drop tables. I say in this video, I've already started. I just need to add it on to the second part of the video. But yeah, so let's get back to grinding a few imps, goblins and men. Let's start with the men first. So I'll keep you with me for the first kill. And we are looking for a cabbage, chaos runes, coins which is going to be on a free to play, which I'm not fussed about in a minute, a grimy calentine, and a grimy latanamine, and an iron dagger. Nothing new. So I'm going to carry on attacking a few of these. If anything new does drop, I'll obviously bring you back. And there we go. On that man kill, we have another beginner clue scroll. Is it something we could do? It isn't. It's a Roldo set. We just need the Lumbridge ones. So for now, that could be dropped in here. And there's an imp around, so let's get back on the old imp kills. What do we need from them? So you got goblins, imps, we need bread, a chef's hat, and he's disappeared. So it doesn't really matter. We'll just move over to the men again, and when the imp comes back in, we'll try and kill it. As always, I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, that's level 19, attacking these goblins, so we can complete the goblin table here. So there's only 4 items we're looking for here, which is the air talisman, the brass necklace, 1 coin, and 20 coins. How many goblins we've killed so far? 165, and we still need 4 items. But we'll carry on the grind, and I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, that's level 19 in hit points. No new drop from that goblin. But, as always, we'll carry on the grind. And I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, on that kill, we did get level 20 in defense and level 18 in combat. No new drop there, really. So, we'll carry on the grind. And I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And on that goblin kill, we have another beginner clue scroll. Is it a step we can do in Lumbridge? No, of course it's not. So we'll just dump it over here and leave it there. Let it despawn. As always, I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And that is level 13 in prayer. Might as well keep you with me on this kill just in case anything new does drop. This is going to be a very old long grind because we never hit more than 1 hit, I'm afraid. But it's how the chunk is. No new drop, just another beer, which, if we have a quick look at our notes, we do need some beers for later on down the line. So we'll change that to 8. We'll carry on the grind. Anything new does happen, as always, I'll bring you back. And there we go, on that goblin kill, we have another easy clue, which is, I think, going to be unlikely it's going to be here. And it is extremely unlikely. So, we'll just go and stick this over here with the beginner clue scroll. Drop. Mark it as red. And we'll carry on the grind. And I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And that is level 21 in defense. Nothing really new of note has happened. But as always, I might as well keep you with me on this kill. Just in case anything new does happen. And there we go. And nothing new. But as always, we'll carry on the grind. I'll bring you back if anything of note happens. And there we go, that is level 22 in defense. The grind isn't so bad at the moment, as we do have plenty of monsters for drops. But nothing new on that drop, just some bones. But as always, we'll carry on the grind, and I'll bring you back if anything new happens. And there we go, on kill 244, we finally have the brass necklace. So let's mark that one off.
Task completed.
And we are now just down to 3 tasks on the goblins, which is an air talisman, 1 coin, and 20 coins. Well, I'll keep you with me for this kill. And there is level 20 in hit points also. I have stuck the brass necklace on for now. Any more that we do get, if we can sell to the shop, we will do. Well, that was nothing new on that drop. But as always, I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And there we go, someone's brought a cannon over. I'm assuming they're looking for the champion scroll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the men, or the imp. And we'll come back to the goblins later. Because there's no point of being around there while that person's trying to hunt for their champion's role. But here's an imp. So I'm going to keep you with me for this kill. Someone's in the Halloween spirit there, walking past as a ghost. And the imp has run away. So there is some spawn of men. But first of all, I think the half an hour's come up. Let's collect our magic items. So I've been thinking about the magic grind, and I think I might just do it on the ducks in the river to our right here. Because we do need to get to level, is it 42? Yeah, level 42 in magic. But I'll probably do that grind off screen. Just because it will be a bit boring. Well, I might as well keep you with me on this, man. Hopefully get something new from him. And the Earth Talisman, which is not new. So, as always, I was going to say, as always, I'll bring you back if something new happens, but we've just got level 14 in prayer and level 19 combat. But from now on, as always, I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. And there we go, that is level 23 in defense. Jump back over to the imps, as it has come back into the chunk for now. Might as well keep you with me for this one, hopefully something new. Come on then. There we go. Anything new? Just a white bead, which we'll sell to the store. So, as always, I'll bring you back if anything new does happen. So what I might do here is call this episode 2 in the chunk locked in Lumbridge, because the recordings of these videos are obviously going to be quite long, because this is quite a grind on trying to complete this chunk. So we'll call this episode 2 and we'll end it here for now. So we have 112 kills on men with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more drops. We have 256 kills on goblins with 3 more drops. We have 60 kills on imps, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more drops. And then what I am going to do is actually kill this imp while it's here. He's gone again. Never mind. So what I am going to do is, off screen, I am going to do the drop table for the women. Just because it's the same drops of what the men is really. And obviously the Ruin Light will keep the track of how many kills you get to complete that grind. So when I come back, I will have the women drop table completed. I might also have some more woodcutting levels. Let's quickly kill this imp while we're here. This can be my last imp. Hopefully gives us something new. What did I say we're looking for? 8 more items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 more. I'm surprised we haven't had a tinderbox, to be honest with you. Which is a 1 in 25. Can we get him before he goes out the chunk? Yes, we can. So, here we go. Anything new? No, just another yellow bead. So we'll sell that at a shop. But we will call this episode 2. You've been watching JB Gaming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next episode.